Here we go. Live at GDC with Robert Bowling. He's going to show me breach and clear. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you? How's the show going?
Good. I'm getting a little tired, but you know what? I want to see this. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we have breach and clear. This is going to be one of the first times people get to see it in action, which I'm excited about, and definitely the first time we're going to dive deep in everything we have here.
Yeah.
So breach and clear is a hybrid tactical shooter that we've been working on with the Mighty Rabbit team for the last year, and we're really excited about this because this is the type of game that I've been dying for. You know, the old school sort of think about what you're going to do, plan every move, and then go in and like reap the rewards of that.
Right.
So we'll jump right in here. So here you can see two of the missions here. This is just a demo build, so we're going to, at launch, we're going to have 4 different locations, and in each of those locations, you're going to have 4 different missions.
Right.
We have Turkey and Afghanistan here. We're also going to have a cargo ship on the China Seas. We're going to be giving you guys an exclusive look at the concept art for that.
Very cool.
So that should be up on the site. And then we also have the Black Forest in Germany, which is one of the locations. We're going to dive into Afghanistan here because it's one of the bigger levels. It's going to let me show off some more of the tactics. Right now you see 2 teams. We actually have 4 teams total at launch. Here you have Navy SEALs, JTF-2. Navy SEALs are one of the free units that they're base right now in this build, so that you're going to see what they're like in action right out of the gate before you rank them up. There's full progression in this game, so you can rank up your guys, get better passive perks, get better at your tactics, unlock new gear, unlock new weapon, completely customize your weapon, what attachments it has, do you want suppressors, do you want things like that, to really give you complete control over what you're doing. JTF-2, they're a premium unit, so these guys are like, we say they're at like 100 right now, and the Navy SEALs are at 50. We'll probably go in with the JTF-2. At launch, you're also going to have Army Rangers and Army Special Forces as well, or Rangers and Army Special Forces. So we'll just dive right in here.
And I guess if folks at home don't know, you're pretty well versed in military, modern combat stuff. Kind of handled that for a while, right?
Yeah, so I've been doing Call of Duty for the last 7 years prior to going independent, and this was my first game after this. And what I love about this is it brings all the depth and authenticity that we worried about with Call of Duty that we really focused on, but in a completely different gameplay environment. So here we have the breach screen. So the breach screen, this is where you can start planning, get your first feel of the room. You have complete camera control over this, so you can look anywhere in it. Once we get in here, you can go top down as well. So this is where you plan where your guys are going, okay? So you just click on a door. You can assign as many or as few guys to the door as you want with your 3. Since this is a big room, let's go ahead and put 2 on this one. Go back to the A door, put 2 on that one. So now that we're stacked up, we're ready to breach. So you hit breach and you'll go into your planning phase. Now this planning phase is where you have complete control over everything your guys are doing.
Right.
So to do that, you see anywhere where these circles, that's the playable space. So you can click here, click and hold, guy goes there. Now you have full 360 rotation control over where he's aiming, all right? So say we want him to go to that cover and cover this left flank. Now here's the cool thing. Anywhere on this line, you can add as many waypoints as you want.
Oh, interesting.
Which is important because the whole motto of this game is own every angle. So say you want to come in and be watching your front, and then here, right here, we want to turn and be watching this corner. That way, our left side isn't exposed because when he comes here, he's going to come in and he's going to be looking that way, right?
Right.
And so we want to make sure that when he starts moving, he turns, starts moving, does all the appropriate stuff.
And this is kind of a big deal. Like this is the part I always loved in old Rainbow Six games, right? Because the breach was a big deal. Like you didn't know what was behind the door, and it seems like a lot of games just kind of abstract it. You just bust into a door now with a cutscene, but this really shows it, right?
Yeah, and this shows what everybody that we, all the experts, all the advisors that we got on board, they said the enemy isn't what you're afraid of. It's the room that you're afraid of. This is the real threat because you don't know where the enemy is.
Right.
So you have to take every room based on what you know.
Right.
The first guy checks a certain fire sector, the second guy checks another one. This gives you control of that. So now that we have use set, we're going to go down to Wash. Since use going left, we're going to bring Wash in, have him go right, have him cover that way. Drag that there. So that shield shows you that you're fully covered. Since he's posting up on that wall, he has that full cover. If I was right here, it would be half cover.
Right.
So we'll have him here. Add another waypoint there. Zoom in, get a better angle. You will also notice here on this ticker, you see that 02? This shows you every step of the way how many seconds it takes them to get there.
Oh, wow.
That way in the later stages when there's a lot more to worry about, a lot more complexity, and you're timing every guy's movement, this
Right.
lets you have a better gauge on who's going to be where, when, so you can plan for that. So we'll zoom back out here. Oh, no.
Very technical stuff, but with a very friendly interface.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know that was the big challenge for Mighty Rabbit to tackle is like how do you get this like super granular control and detail and make it simple, make it easy, make it pick up and play, and I think they've done an amazing job of like really nailing that.
Yeah, it looks good.
So here we'll do Harmon. Harmon and Bates are going up on this door. This is a smaller room, it's not center fed. So in theory it should be an easier thing. You have less angles and open space to worry about. Let's send him there, and then Bates will just post up right here. That way, I don't want to bring them too far in the room because there's a lot of little cubbies the guys can be hiding in, so I want to make sure they're covered. Now I'm going to go back to you because I've been thinking now that this is a bigger room, running in like this is dangerous because there could be guys here, they could be over here. So I think we're going to use one of our tactics. Every class has a different tactic. This one is throw and go. Normally using equipment, it takes up your whole turn, but with throw and go, he can use an equipment. This shows me where I can throw it. The blast radius, it shows me how long I have
You throwing a
before
flash?
I come in. This is a frag.
Oh, frag, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw it in, and then I'm going to tell him to go here and look there.
Okay.
So now all my guys are set. You just hit breach. Move the camera where we can get an angle on both rooms. You can also go top down if you like that view better. And then let it go.
Nice.
Oh shit. Oh, so I lost one. I lost
Oh, you
wash.
did? Oh, yeah. I didn't.
Yeah. So I took out these guys. Grenade took out that guy. That one. This guy kept getting distracted. Kept getting hits. These guys went in perfect. Posted up on both sides. Killed him. So see now you see this red. That means they're now aggressive and we know where they're at.
Right.
So he knows we're here because we took out this guy. So he's probably gonna flank or run over here and take cover. You is in a terrible position, but you notice that even though he wasn't told to be facing that way, because this guy got taken out and he heard the fire,
Right.
he has turned to address the threat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him in a covered position, right there.
Perfect. Yeah.
That way he's not exposed. The wash is dead. Harmon, we're going to move up here. Since I don't know where this guy's going to go, I don't know if he's going to fall back or if he's going to take cover. I'm going to not rush in after him because I don't know. Right now he's facing that direction, but that's only because we pause it every 8 seconds, let you redo your tactics. So he could easily do an about face. This guy, I think I'm going to actually put a hold. That's a hold. And then you just put the sector you want him to cover. That way, if he does backtrack here, take out Harmon, at least we have him covered.
Right, right.
So we'll pull back here and yeah, see, so he came through right into Harmon. You see the cover icon because I fell back and got into cover. It's less likely that he's going to hit me because I have full cover. But he also fell back and got into cover because these guys are pretty smart. They're not just going to stand out in the open and let you take them out. They're going to either fall back and take cover or get aggressive and come investigate. Like guys could have came from here or any direction. So you get the gist of the gameplay.
Right.
But the big thing to note is how granular of control we want to give you. We
Right.
want you to give you as much rope to do awesome stuff or hang yourself if you can, because like what makes good games is for the player to have the ability to mess up. To have the freedom to mess up, but also have the freedom to go as deep as they can to like solve that once they get used to the tactics.
Yeah.
So we'll just hold here since we're in a little firefight with this guy. But now that this room is cleared, we're going to send Harmon over to this door. Do the 360 rotation so I got a better angle. So anytime you post up on the door, you never want to get right in the middle because you're fully exposed to fire. So if you post up to the side of the door, anytime you're facing a door, he'll automatically open it and then peek around and take him out. So I'm going to post him up on that door and put him here. This way, even if he stays in cover, Harmon's going to get him. Bates. We're going to go over here and just get eyes on this room because once a room is exposed, we'll see the enemy position in it. Do that. See what the best angle is here. Look at that right there. Yeah, here we go. So see, he's still keeping him down. Oh, he ended up killing him before Harmon even got there. Which is perfect. So these phases will keep going until you clear the room. Right now we just, right now we're just doing a sort of clearing. So we're just clearing out. Once everybody's dead, the mission's over. Later on, we'll have more complex stuff that we're looking at that you have to worry about, like hostages or collecting intel, things like that.
So when should we expect this?
We are shooting for spring. The real answer is we'll get it out when we're done. The good thing about being independent and self-published is like we don't have to, force ourselves on an artificial deadline. But we're excited to get this out. So we've been pushing for springish. So it's soon. It's not that far away.
iPad exclusive or?
iOS and Android.
iOS and Android. Okay, very cool.
We have big plans for this. So if people like it, if they get in there, they really enjoy what they're doing. Then we're gonna support it as much as possible. We really want this to go as far as people want it to go.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks.